The night was ink black, the sky above obscured by thick clouds that reflected none of the moon's luminous glow. I was driving down a desolate stretch of road, the beams of my headlights cutting through the darkness, illuminating the asphalt and little else. It was a road I knew well, a straight path through a sleepy landscape, usually uneventful. However, that night was different, charged with a tension that made the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. As I navigated the road, another set of headlights appeared in the distance. They grew brighter and larger, and I squinted against the glare. The vehicle was swerving wildly, zigzagging across the lanes with reckless abandon. Alarm gripped me, and I slowed down, pulling to the side to give the erratic driver ample space. My heart pounded as the car closed in, its movements unpredictable and dangerous. Then, with a swiftness that left me breathless, the vehicle darted towards mine, aiming directly for the driver's side. My hands tightened around the wheel, knuckles white, as I swerved to avoid a collision. The other car zoomed past, missing me by inches, the rush of air shaking my vehicle. I exhaled, not realizing I had been holding my breath, relief flooding through me. However, relief was short-lived. In the rearview mirror, I could see the car slowing down, turning around with calculated precision, and beginning to follow me. Fear twisted in my gut. The road was empty, the night silent save for the rumble of engines and the rapid beating of my heart. With a sense of dread settling over me, I pressed on the gas, attempting to put distance between myself and my mysterious pursuer. But the other driver mirrored my actions, maintaining a consistent distance, their headlights a pair of glaring eyes in the darkness. Each time I accelerated, they kept pace, an ominous presence lurking just beyond reach. Miles rolled by and the tension grew. My eyes darted between the road ahead and the rearview mirror, watching as the other car maintained its relentless pursuit. I could not see the driver, their features obscured by their blinding light staring at me, but I could feel their gaze, intense and unwavering. Then, without warning, the car lunged forward again, accelerating with terrifying speed. It aimed for my vehicle, its trajectory unmistakable and deliberate. My heart leaped into my throat as I swerved, tires screeching against the asphalt, narrowly avoiding another collision. In a desperate attempt to escape the relentless assailant, I pushed my car to its limits, the engine groaning in protest as the speedometer needle climbed higher. The night air whooshed past, turning into a high-pitched whistle as the distance between us increased momentarily. However, the other vehicle was persistent, closing the gap with ease, its headlights casting long, ominous beams cutting through the road. My mind raced, flickering through possibilities and scenarios, each more terrifying than the last. Why were they after me? What did they want? With a roar, the other car sped past, missing my side mirror by a hair's breadth. Time seemed to slow as the vehicle spun, tires screeching, before it crashed into the guardrail with a deafening crash. Heart pounding in my ears, I brought my car to a screeching halt, the smell of burnt rubber filling the air. The night was pierced by the other vehicle's alarm, a shrill cry in the otherwise silent landscape. With trepidation, I approached the wreck. The car was badly damaged, its front crumpled, glass shattered. And in the driver's seat, I could barely make out a figure slumped over the steering wheel. A chill ran down my spine as I looked upon the scene, the aftermath of a chase I could barely comprehend. My mind screamed to get back in the car and drive away, to leave this nightmare behind. But something held me in place, a morbid curiosity mingling with fear. As I neared, I could see the driver more clearly. It was a man, middle-aged, his features contorted in a grimace of pain and rage. His eyes, however, were what caught my attention. They were empty, devoid of life, yet filled with a darkness so profound it seemed to swallow the light. I stumbled back, my mind unable to process the sight before me. The night seemed to close in, the darkness growing denser, pressing against my vision. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, it was over. The night returned to its silent, watchful self, the stars twinkling indifferently above. With a sense of unreality, I returned to my car, the engine purring softly in the quiet. I left the scene to police and paramedics. As As I drove away, the road stretching infinitely before me, I could not shake the image of those eyes, empty yet filled with darkness. The night had revealed a glimpse of something beyond comprehension. With the dawn light breaking on the horizon, casting away the shadows, I couldn't help but shiver. The road was no longer just a road, and the night no longer merely night.